What up? This is your boy DJ EFN. You might know me as a drink champ, but first and foremost, I'm a proud father. I linked up with two of my other dad homies, Manny Digital and KGB, to start the Fatherhoods podcast. Each week, we bring you insider hip-hop stories, parenting, and advice and therapy. The saying is true, it takes a village, and we humorously serve as each other's trusted counsel in figuring out how not to screw up being a good dad.
The Fatherhood Podcast. Beats, rhymes, and diapers.
I'm gonna be like, and this is Jay.
Hey, hey Jay.
Hey Jay.
What up?
Hey,
What up?
Jay. What's up, y'all?
fellas? What up? What's going on?
Happy to be here.
Fatherhoods are back together. All three of us are on this. Were we on last week? All three of us?
Yeah,
No.
I think no.
No, wait, the week before we went.
That's how much we're not together that we don't even remember. We're like,
No,
maybe.
last week was throwback, but we were on the previous week.
So,
Well,
Yeah.
this week we
Man.
finally have a guest. We haven't
Yeah.
had a guest in a while, but our guest is family. He's a part of the crew. The homie Jae Havana. Are you
Yes,
still going
sir.
by Jae Havana officially, bro?
yeah, sure, why not?
Okay. So Jae Havana,
or just Jay. Or
formerly
Jay
the
Havana.
formerly known as the rapper Jae Havana.
Yes.
That's what I say about Garcia, formerly known as the rapper Garcia. Our homie Jay, he in our minds was a guest already in year one of fatherhood, or year two. When
Right.
that's around the time you had your daughter, right?
Yeah, how old is
she's
she?
4. She's 4. My oldest
Yeah.
is 4.
All right, because we've
So
been
around year 2 or 3.
we've been on.
Damn.
We're gonna hit 7 years, I think, this year, if I'm not mistaken.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it was, I don't know, it was the Mandela effect because you never on the show. But you just had a new child,
Yes.
like
Another girl.
You just had a child, like literally.
Yeah.
How,
January 1st.
How many weeks are we?
I don't go by weeks.
8?
Sorry for everybody who goes by weeks.
A month and a half then, right?
Yeah, a month and a half. So let's just say 6 weeks,
Okay.
give or take.
Wait,
Yeah.
so you don't go by weeks? So what do you do? By months?
I forget. Like,
Oh,
it's just
shit,
too
you
much
don't
math.
go.
Yeah, it's just
And
too
he made
much
it sound
math.
like that's derogatory. Like, yo, I'm not with the week crew, the month crew, the week crew.
But
You weekies are weird, man.
I was thinking about that, and I was like, but I get it, because you always want your kid to be as young as possible. So instead of saying
that's
months,
not why. That is not why.
I mean, in my
bro.
mind.
So you just be like, she's little. No, she's littler right now. She's gonna be little in a few months. Then she's little.
He's like, she's this old. Now she's this old.
Yeah.
Anyways, welcome to the show, Jae Havana. Yay!
Hey.
I'm
Thank
gonna try
you.
this again.
Yeah, that's
Happy
a
to
Luke
be here.
Records shirt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
I
Nice.
love it.
Ah.
I love it.
Yo, so
Yeah.
Jay, you know how we do on the pod. So we're gonna interrogate you on what life is like as a father of 2, but with a newborn.
Mhm.
But before we do that,
Mhm.
I wanted to go around the horn real quick and see what the weeks have looked like for K and E on the home front. Anything fun and exciting that the audience should know about?
Mm.
So Jay, tell us about tell us about your newborn.
Wait. First, before I get into it, I want to give a shout out to my folks. Today they're celebrating their 43-year anniversary, wedding anniversary. Yeah,
Nice.
today.
It's awesome that you got them together too, man. That they're
Yeah.
together.
got.
Not many of us can say that about our parents.
No, it's true.
Well,
Real
all
talk.
I hear from Hispanic, well, not all, but like a lot of times I'll hear when you have like anniversaries like that, the mom or the dad will be like, "Que aguante." Like it's just been a lot of like trying to figure it out and staying together and making it work, but a lot of challenges. So yeah, kudos to them, man. It's not, I'm sure, I mean, hopefully it was easy, but a lot of times it isn't.
It's
Yeah,
never
for
easy,
sure.
guys. Let's be real.
Nah,
It's not gonna be easy, but
He was telling me today if I had dementia, because he was like, I swear it's 50 years. I was like, nah, bro.
Yo, so wait, so did your folks, did they meet here in the US or
Yeah.
Or are they both Cuban?
No, my mom is Salvadorian, and then my
Okay.
dad's Cuban. Yeah,
Gotcha.
they met out in the Bay. I believe it was like late 81 ish. And then they got married February 82. And then I was born the same year, December.
Of
Yeah, they
course.
literally got married like after 6 months of being together.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when you know,
It
you
yeah,
seems
know,
like that.
bro.
That
So
was
do you?
that was that era though.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Which what do you claim harder, Cuban or Salvadoran?
I mean, both,
Jae
but like
Havana's his name.
Jay
Hello.
Havana.
He didn't say Mala Salvatrucha
My
Havana.
That's the
Yeah,
middle name, E. That's the
yeah,
middle
my
name.
my wife is Salvadoran.
Oh,
So,
dope,
so my
dope,
son
dope,
is
dope.
Salvadoran. Yeah. Hmm.
Have you been back?
I haven't been. My wife has been a couple times, but yeah, not going there yet.
I mean,
It's on the
it
list.
seems like it's safe now.
Yeah, now you
Yeah,
good.
Just have Bitcoin and no face tattoos, and you'll be all right.
you'll
Straight.
be all
You
right.
don't go, yeah, don't get yoked up by the police
Mm,
up there.
I
This
mean,
is
bro,
real.
something. I mean, I don't know. Something needed to be done over there?
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know
it's
how.
crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
So Jay,
I haven't been. Go. What's up?
you your daughter's 4, you said, right? Your oldest
My
daughter's 4.
oldest. Yep, just turned 4 a
And
couple
then
months
your
ago.
youngest is this old. So now that you are experiencing, it's like, does it feel new again, different? Like, what have you been able to like compare where you are now versus when you had your first?
It's like I feel like me personally, like I forgot a lot about this, like the newborn stage, like where it's like, oh damn, like we have to get a certain type of bottle, right? Because she only likes a certain type of bottle if we're bottle feeding, right? Or if not, she'll like drink too fast or spit it up and stuff like that. But she's just wants that certain type of bottle or like the diaper changing. We had just finished because my daughter we finally got her diaper change. I mean, potty trained in June of last year. So
Mhm.
like we weren't that like changing diaper phase was just over, and it's like, damn, I got to do it again. You know what I mean? So a lot of those things like it was like a refresher where it was like I had to get in kind of like the groove, at least for me. This time around the difference was where my youngest actually is latching, so my wife is able to breastfeed. She wasn't able to do that the first time around because my
But you
my
tried
oldest,
last time,
but we tried.
right?
Yeah, we tried and tried, and then she just wasn't latching. So that was like a lot of the bottle feeding then. But this time, now that she's latching and stuff, like her eating, like adjusting to the eating schedule. Also, it's like every 2 hours or every hour and a half, or sometimes like she'll cluster feed. Well, she'll just want to eat and eat and eat, like drink milk, right? And then, I feel bad for my wife because it's just super exhausting,
Oh, yeah.
you know? So it's an adjustment. And then you throw in my oldest, right, where she has her school schedule. We got to try to keep that routine with her of like making sure that she eats her breakfast, her lunch, and then she goes to school, and like just all that stuff is that's like I guess the new thing where we had to like it was like a big adjustment, but everything else is kind of like everything was just coming back to us where it's like, oh dang, we started over, we got to do it again.
How does your oldest daughter like having a sister?
She loves it. She we prepared her while my wife was pregnant, preparing her about like, one day you might have to share your toys, or there's going to be like you're going to have a little sister around. She's going to need some attention, but just because she needs the attention doesn't mean that, you're not important, you know? I think that helped a lot where the transition and when she was born, what we did, and we seen it online where a lot of people, the first introduction that the oldest and the newborn had was the newborn gave the oldest a gift, right? So we kind of did that when she went to the hospital to see her. So to not make her feel like, she wasn't special or anything like that. But the adjustment overall, I think, has been well. Um, time to time, she'll get a little bit like reckless and not want to follow her routines or do something out of the ordinary. Where it's more so of like, I feel like she wants attention, like a little bit more attention, you know. But so far, the adjustment I feel like has been great.
So so
Did you miss the newborn gift part, man?
Yeah, bro, I didn't get that memo. I was
Yeah.
no, trust me. Right now, he was saying like
That might have
I
been
would have
key
done
to your
anything. I would have
that might
tried
been key for you,
anything,
man.
anything, because we're still to this day we're still suffering from this stuff, man.
Yeah. Wow, it's crazy.
so there's been so far no ill will toward the baby. She's embraced her pretty well.
She has, yeah. Like there's been time. I mean, I guess if there's anything, like there's been times when like the baby like is super tired and just wants to go to sleep, you know, and she's like in her little boppy on the couch, you know, falling asleep, and then my daughter will come and just like squeeze her cheeks and just move her. You know what I mean? Where it's like, girl, what are you doing? Just, you know, and then she just turns around with like that Kendrick look, right? That hey Drake.
I don't know if those two things should have gone together. Hey Drake, I heard you like him. Yeah. Like, I don't know, bro.
Oh,
right?
snap.
So true. But I mean, no, there's been like no ill will. We haven't seen like anything like where she's like purposely trying to do something to her or anything like that. But
All right, that's good.
yeah.
And so your wife is breastfeeding this time around. She didn't do that last time.
Mhm.
I never, none of my kids latched, so we never had that experience. How about you guys, Kay?
Yeah. What if they
Yeah.
They
breastfed?
latch breast milk, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They
So
did.
yeah, because I didn't experience it firsthand, but I've heard like the tiredness thing is like
Mhm.
significant. Does
Yeah,
she punch you in the
it
face like because she's so pissed off because she's beat up, or like how do
it's
you?
it's
Yeah,
funny
because
like
he looks so fresh, right? He looks like he doesn't
Yeah,
look like a
you
guy who just had a
you
baby.
do look
So
like full of energy.
so I'm like two coffees in.
Nah.
No,
You can
but like
like there's just a look about you, like you look fresh. Because
yeah,
even
like
if you have two coffees,
you have
uh,
gelatin, like you're glowing, like
we
you
I
getting
mean
them Botox injections, bro?
nah B. No, we're finally in a routine where like my daughter, my youngest, is like finally like sleeping, like in her crib. Like last night she slept, she woke up maybe like at 3 and then like at 5, right? But like that first month, like and also too, like my wife, she had a C-section, so she couldn't sleep in the bed because our bed's like a little bit elevated. So we were all like camping out in the living room, right? Or sometimes like I'll be in the living or in the bedroom and I'll tell her if you need anything, just call me, right? Because
And your
maybe she
phone
couldn't walk
and your
over there.
phone's off, right?
And my phone's off,
That's
silent.
why it
the
looks
door's
off.
locked and the Xbox on.
So I mean, the credit to my wife for really just getting her on schedule and things like that. But like that first month, like I remember like waking up a lot, more so her than me, I'm gonna be honest, right? But it was I mean, still here time to time, there's like a lot of sleepless nights, right? But she's more on schedule today than she was like even 3 weeks ago.
And probably all of that is what's taking your first daughter off her routine every once in a while because
That too.
there's just a lot of irregularity there. I could see that. I would imagine.
Yeah,
I
because
already know how my kids are.
she's
We do something
yeah.
different in the day or something. Someone's at the house or something. They forget routine. It's out the
So,
window.
yeah. And she sleeps with us still, my oldest. So like, even though
Ooh.
she's not waking up, right? Like when somebody wakes up, you could kind of sense it and feel it and stuff like that. So you can see when on those days when we're up a couple times during the night, like she'll be a little bit more tired during the day.
Man, look at you guys doing everything right.
Right.
For real.
No, I'm saying that because you said sleep with you, and I remember when Kay used to say how long your son obviously doesn't sleep with you guys anymore, does he?
I'm sorry, what?
Okay.
Say
Does your
something?
son sleep with you?
Every now and then, yeah.
No, because I would say, we would say like, man, that's kind of crazy, but I've seen stuff recently, like I don't know, social media, of course, and it says that like I think in India, they were like saying that the kids should sleep with you for the first couple years
Mm.
of their life, or like few years until I don't know a certain age, because it's important for their development. I'm like, there we failed again.
I
I mean,
mean,
I,
look,
Oh, that's
I
interesting.
think to each his own on that,
Yeah.
but I will say that I don't know if it's. I'm sure we'd have the same bond regardless, but I do feel that that all that time together makes us kind of closer.
Dutch ovens. I get it.
there's a lot of learning of how much you can take.
That's funny.
And it's just cool, and it's just cool to, it's more time to enjoy with your kids, because at some point they're gonna
No, no,
go off and do
100%.
their own thing. But but again, to each his own. Everyone does their routine differently.
That
So
I
was
love
that
when
was
they climb
always
into bed now, into the bed.
Yeah.
Like in the morning, they climb into our bed, and I love it, man. I just want to sleep
can't,
in, but we can't. We gotta go to school.
can't
Yeah.
stand that shit.
I know
really,
what.
You can't stand what?
When they try to come to the bed, bro. Because I
Oh,
can't
I love
sleep.
it.
I can't
No, but
sleep.
it's in the
So
morning already. They're the alarm clock.
no, here's the thing. My daughter wakes up at like 3:30 in the morning,
Oh, that's
and
different though.
and
That's
like
some
a bat
different
out
shit.
of hell, like making mad noise. I gotta use the bathroom. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, fuck, 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 fuck. And then when she's done with the bathroom, she wants to go lay down in the bed. And I'm like, yo, hun, handle that shit. Cause I need to wake up fresh tomorrow. And so it's always like,
You need to wake up fresh tomorrow.
yeah, for sure.
Not your wife at all.
No. But you know
No.
why? She can nap on demand. Like for
Right.
her to
Mm.
get her rest, like if she has a rough night because of the kids or whatever, she can find 20 minutes in the day somewhere, power nap it out, and be great. I don't know how to nap. I guess my mind is just always moving, so I can't lay
Mm.
for any extended period of time unless it's like I'm going to sleep.
Right.
So yeah, it's a
Restless.
thing. It's a thing over here.
Yeah.
So did you taste the breast milk? That's what everybody wants to know,
Oh,
Joe.
Come on, no one will.
Do that, Kendrick. Look.
I joke with my wife, but no.
No, don't do it, bro. Don't do it. Manny, he loves that shit. He makes
Manny.
milkshakes.
Yeah, it makes paletas and everything.
I never did because we didn't have the
Yeah,
opportunity.
right.
But I would have my interest would have been piqued to at least sample and be like, all right, what is this shit?
Sample.
Yeah, a little taste test.
So Jay, what I want to
That's
ask
so
you
funny. What's
has
up?
has your levels of being a stressed father or responsibility wise have they changed now that you've doubled up the situation?
Yeah, the level of stress has gone up. Responsibility. Yeah, I could say that because it's like I'm doing a lot more with my oldest. Especially now since my wife's taking care more of our newborn. Um, it's a lot of it. I think a lot of our like success, right, has been to keeping a consistent routine and schedule. It gets thrown off all the time, and with my daughter, I don't want to eat, or I don't want to eat breakfast, or I don't want to eat my lunch, or I want to just have candy, or you prepare her like a good breakfast, and no, I don't want it. After
Oh,
she
that
said
happens
like,
all the time, Marcus.
like, you know,
My wife gives the craziest evil eye when that happens, which is
Wait,
almost
so
every day.
y'all don't force them to eat it?
No, I do. We
Oh.
do.
How about you,
Yeah.
Jay?
But to a degree, you can't force feed.
Well, right.
Yeah,
You're not gonna
yeah.
shove it down their throat, but
Yeah,
you're like,
right.
yo, you're not playing on the iPad until you finish that or whatever.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. Or I'll tell her you're not gonna get because she loves chocolates. So I'm like, you're not gonna get any chocolates like after lunch at all, or don't even ask me for it like during dinner time if you don't eat your breakfast or your lunch or whatever the case may be. We do
It's
that a lot.
it's a fine line for me for like threats with food.
Yeah.
Because that shit can turn into other things, like especially if a kid has anxiety or nervousness, and then it's like you don't want it to compound on. sometimes I find even with I don't know, stuff that's good for you, like you got to make sure that you don't turn in like, oh, I'm gonna make you read if you don't, you
Yeah.
don't like, because you
Yeah.
want them to do this
Right.
stuff on their own.
Right.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, they put like a
It,
negative connotation to something
yeah.
that should be
yeah, yeah.
positive.
We try to be really patient with her, with my oldest. Just patience has been huge for us. And like I lack patience. So like my daughter is really like helping me in that as well. But we do things where we could see something that's bothering her. We created like this in her room, we created this calming corner where it has different pictures of emotions, where it's like, what are you feeling anxious right now? Are you feeling sad? Are you hungry? Things like that. And then activities that she could do, to kind of help her.
Man, you got
She's
your shit together, bro.
Man,
that's
I
why I was
know.
That's
like,
way too mature.
Yeah, I know. Damn, dude.
What the
I credit
fuck?
Why
I
don't you
credit
why
my
don't you take over
Yo,
hosting
how about
duties
we're
of
the
this
guests and
podcast?
you're the fatherhood
Yeah,
podcast?
I credit
map it
my
out
wife
for
a lot,
everyone.
man, because she's in the she's in the therapeutic, like that's what she does for work and stuff. So
Uh,
she introduces that a lot at home, and like it helps us out a lot, like even like routine charts for breakfast, for morning, afternoon, and dinner time with my oldest, where it's interactive to where like it has like right now like her favorite character is Bluey, so we themed it like a Bluey theme, so where like there's breakfast, there's like playing with toys, tablet time or TV time, whatever. Like everything that she does on there, she just checks it off. And then whatever she checks off, she'll get a star. And then that star, she'll put it like in a little, we have it on our fridge. It's like a magnet, but it says star jar. It's shaped like a jar. And she'll put it in there. Kind of like how we put bottle caps like for our favorite beers or stuff like that, right? So she'll put the star in there, and then when she fills it up, like she'll get like a prize, like whatever she wants. Like,
Yo, the timing is so crazy because us, the fatherhoods, we're just rolling out our own routine chart actually at the end of the month.
yeah, right now.
And
dope,
I'll
dope.
tell you a little bit about it since we're talking about it. So we're gonna
Yeah.
theme it the kid's favorite character, right? And
Mm.
then we're gonna have like it's not stars, we're using moons in ours, but like they'll
Yeah.
fill it up. It'll be on the fridge or whatever. Once they fill it up, they get a reward.
Yeah.
And we're
That's
calling
dope.
it fatherhood routine chart. So it's crazy. The timing is incredible.
Perfect timing.
That's for the lawyers. So in case they come at us for IP, we co-created that bitch right now.
Right out.
Yo.
Official. Yeah. So
Hey,
that.
so
No,
sorry.
but seriously, that shit is dope. And
Thank
you're
you.
saying it works.
Sounds like the New World Order also, but yeah,
Yeah, it works. Like I remember like when we were doing a routine chart for when we were trying to potty train her. I believe like you kind of went through the same thing where like she would just sit on the toilet, do nothing, and be like, I want a treat, or like I want something like that,
Yeah.
where it was like she was kind of hustling us after a while. So we're like, okay, we gotta kind of give her like an extra incentive with finishing like that little routine that she needs, right? And it seems to be working right now. We started it maybe a month ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. So like it's been working, and we put like the routine chart like right by her room. So like right when she walks out, it's like right there for her, and then her little calming corner is like we made like a little reading nook in her room. So like all her books are there. She got a little chair in there with a pillow and like a blanket, just something to make it comfortable for
You
her.
got a massage chair in there too?
Yeah, everything.
Guy, bro. He's got a waterfall.
Right?
a sound machine.
A Buddha statue.
Wait, but no, hold on. Take me through that for a second. So like
Yeah.
she'll have like some emotions she's trying to work through, right? She'll know based on how you guys function, I need to go here and pick an activity to get myself into because I know that's going to help me.
Yeah, or we'll ask her like, let's go to your calming corner. What are you feeling? And then she'll point it out, right? Or, sometimes we'll just be like in the living room or whatnot, and we'll be like, are you feeling sad right now? Or are you tired? Are you hungry? We'll use like words that are on calming, in that calming corner. And then like she'll, either say yes or no, or we'll just go over there. And then from there, from picking that emotion, then we'll ask her, do you want to read a book? Do you want us to play, with some of your toys? Should we play something together? Or do you want to rest or things like that? Those are all little things that we have on like little diagram or little pictures that we have in the calming quarter. Like she'll just point it out or she'll say it or whatnot.
Damn.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
it's
And it doesn't, and it's not like I'm not saying it works 100% of the time,
yeah.
but I'll take whatever percentage
Man,
more than
80% is
that.
good for me.
Yeah.
Cause like she sometimes I'm sure I mean she's not gonna say this, but she would like F you dad, I'm gonna go fucking throw shit. Like how
Yeah.
what is the alternative that she comes up with when she doesn't wanna go to the
She's
dog?
hilarious. Like she'll like the other day where I think it was over food, where I was like, you need to eat your food, right? You're not gonna get any chocolates. You're not gonna get whatever, right? And then she'll go, give me that face, right? And I'll just like stare at her, right? And then my wife was on the other side of the room, but I could see her, right? And then my daughter goes, "Don't stare at me like that," right? Or like the other day, she said something else where um I forget what it was, but it was something like along those lines where it's like, "Don't do that." You know what I mean? And then I look at my wife and she's just cracking up, right? And I'm trying so hard. I'll go like, I'm trying so hard not to like give her that win, but it's just I'm like, all right, whatever. you know,
So
Taking
she
what we
wins
can.
anyway.
Yeah, she'll win anyway. She'll win anyways. Yeah, she's very vocal. Like she's a smart girl, man. Like she's known like her ABCs and her number. Like she was counting up to like 25 when she was like 2.5 years old. She knew her like ABCs by 3. Right now we're like practicing how to draw letters. So we're practicing with lines, and she's doing this at preschool as well. So we're practicing how to draw different types of lines, so she could write out her letters. And she's pretty good at writing out a good amount of her letters and like spelling kind of like her name. So it's been that's been she's always been like a fast learner.
Girls
You
tend
fu-
to be fast learners, though.
Yeah, girls are usually way
But
ahead of the curve.
before we leave this all complete, I want to go really quick back to the food, and I want
Yeah.
to ask both of you guys something. Because so in the morning we'll have that situation where my wife will make something that they've eaten before too, and they'll be like, I don't like this, and she's like, since when? You just had this yesterday, or like the day before.
Yeah.
And the thing is, in the morning there's a certain amount of time, and this kind of bothers me for them because it's like hurry up and eat because we have to get ready for
hmm
school.
hmm
So and I hate that they have to eat under that kind of pressure. I don't like that
Yeah.
for them.
Same.
But so there's two things though. My outlook on it, like my wife gets mad because she'll either, if they absolutely refuse to eat what she gave them, she has to give them something else. My take on it is old school, like then they don't eat.
You know, he-
hmm
They don't eat anything. Like they're not gonna die. They're gonna
Yeah.
be hungry and they're gonna eat eventually. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
my take on like when they get crazy with the food. You like in dinner time, I want to be like they go, they don't eat anything.
Yeah.
But my wife, she feels like the need that they have to get something. So what
so
what do you guys think about that?
so for I'll tell you kind of my experience because I have something directly related. So I'm in charge of making coffee in the morning for my wife and I, and doing all the breakfasts in the morning. She'll take care of lunch, and I'll wake up the one that doesn't have an alarm, my youngest. So she is super particular, my 8-year-old. And every morning for a long time, it was always butting heads because she likes to take her sweet time to get ready. She has her process. And my daughter, she is very meticulous and everything has to be in a specific order. If you try to switch it up on her, she goes ballistic. So her routine creates a situation where she has like that much time to eat breakfast. So for like a week straight, she kept not eating breakfast. And I was like, yo, you keep wasting food, basically. I was like, yo, we're not with it. So I was like, look, I'm going to, and she gets stressed out, right? Because it's that little window of time and she's like, she has that pressure on her. So I was like, I'm going to stop making you breakfast so you don't have to think about breakfast and you can just do what you got to do every morning. Best decision I made. Because now she doesn't, because she used to wake up already hot because she knew what it was going to be. So now she gets up, she does her thing, and if she's hungry and she feels like she has time, she'll be like, Dad, can you make me X or Y? And then that flows nicely. She's never starving. She goes to public school here where if she needed like to have something before class started in the cafeteria, they got stuff. So that for us, that old school mentality actually worked out pretty well. We just kind of tweaked it with a little bit of like, yo, let me know if you are hungry. Like we'll fit it in if you have time.
I know when my oldest was younger, there was a lot of like not wanting to eat. Younger, like when she, maybe like 2 going on to 3, things like that, right? Where it was like, you could make her whatever in the morning, and then she didn't want to eat it. She wanted her snacks or she wanted her candy or whatever the case. As she's gotten older, it's we've started to ask her what she wants, but then like we come to find out like she always wants pancakes, right? So it's like we find ourselves we would always make the same thing for her, right? Where it's like you gotta switch it up, right? And we even like switched up the pancake mix, right? We got like a protein pancake, so at least she got a little bit of protein in her, right?
Yeah, we got
The Kodiaks.
Kodiaks.
Yeah.
Yes. So then we'll
the
make
hack.
it fun. Yeah, that's the hack. And then we'll make it fun for her, where she'll want like sprinkles in it. You know what I mean? And then she'll ask me for sprinkles on the side. Dad, can you put sprinkles on the side? I want to taste the sprinkles, right? So I'll put just a little bit of sprinkles like in a little bowl for her, right? And then we found out she was eating it, but there's still those days where she'll barely touch her breakfast, right? And I'll sit there and I'll think, I'm like, okay, why didn't she touch her breakfast? Could be whatever reason, right? And the way her like school schedule aligns is like she'll start school right now since she's in preschool. She'll start in like the afternoon, and then she's usually up by like 7 something. She'll have her milk by like 8 something. I won't give her a lot of milk because I want her to eat, right? And then she'll start her breakfast maybe like around 9ish, depending on what time she finishes. Sometimes like she don't want to touch her food, and then she'll go play, and then come back. It's like lunchtime, right? So maybe she just wasn't hungry in the morning, and then she'll eat her lunch. But then there's other days where she doesn't want to eat anything, right? And then she wants those snacks, and I try to. She's smart. We bought a whole bunch of these healthy snacks, right? So we put all these healthy snacks in the pantry where all her normal snacks are at. So they're at like eye level, right? And then she'll look at it, she'll go, and then she'll look at the very top, and she was like, I want chocolate raisins. I was like, bro.
Yeah, but you fucked up. You kept it up there.
Yeah, you gotta kill it.
I need to like yeah, throw it away, right?
Or like
No,
just
put it out of sight.
Out of sight. Yeah. But she already, it's
He's like, she's smart, but we kept it in her eyesight.
yeah.
She's smart, you're not.
I know. And then but then like, there's times where like I'm not gonna lie, like she went to school not eating well, and then she doesn't really like the food at school, so like all she'll have is maybe like a pull apart bread, right? Or maybe like some fruit like at school, but she won't eat like really like the whole meal, And then there's the challenge of like, oh, how was school? Did you eat at school? Yeah. What'd you have? Pizza. Every day's pizza. Pizza, right?
It's
And
not
she
every
won't-
day, because every day in my house is pizza. They say they have pizza.
Yeah.
bro.
No,
Yeah,
to
okay,
some extent, you got to let them drive.
yeah,
Meaning, you got to let them kind of decide. Like, all right, I want to eat. I don't want to eat. Obviously, you got to monitor that shit because you don't want them to be
yeah,
unhealthy. But
right,
there are times where they just don't want to, and that's
yeah.
okay.
Mhm.
But
And
it's
and
not
I
like don't want to and give me a bag of M&Ms.
right,
Like,
and I think
Yeah,
it's our fault. Well, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but in my house, I feel like they're habitual snackers. They're not going to eat meals if they're habitually snacking throughout the day.
that's true. Yeah,
But I mean, I don't know. I know kids, their metabolism, like, they're going to be snacking.
yeah,
Um, but that's the thing. Like, if they're not, I mean, dinner time and they're starting to be all funny about dinner, it's like, bro, if you look back at all the snacks I had all day, I'd be funny about dinner too.
it's true.
that's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
What's a
Um.
malnourished kid in this world? I don't know. In America, like, what are they supposed to be? Like, what's the calorie intake? Maybe that's what we need to start looking at.
mhm.
I had that data point sometime. I forget what it is. What the recommended is anyway. But you
What the
Right.
rec? Yeah.
You
that
sound
shit's
distant,
all.
by the way, man. You sounds like you're
Oh,
talking to us
because
from the bathroom next door.
yeah, my bad.
And it's funny because like we'll tell her like because when she was a baby, like she would eat all like like the little puree that they sell and stuff. She would eat like the squash, like all the
Compota?
veggies.
All the compotas.
Yeah. What's a compota?
That.
Like
Little jars
that is that
of like
Yeah,
the
like
mashed
jars
the
of
up
fruit. Yeah,
Gerber. I mean, they have
puree.
the
there you go.
healthier version, but yeah.
Yeah. So she would eat all that, and then like she just stopped, right? And, and we'll bring it up to her too. Like you used to eat that like as a baby and stuff. Like, yeah, give me my fries. I want my fries.
Shit, I'm
Yeah,
about to
it's
start eating
different because
compota.
she wasn't eating Snickers bars back then. She was eating that,
No,
and that was like, oh, dope. But then you put the Snickers bar next to that shit. She's like, get out of here.
all it all it took was one Halloween. Forget about it.
Yo,
But
Halloween
That's the
fucks
hook.
everything up.
yep,
That's the hook.
that was
I'm gonna take them to a farmer's market this Halloween.
it. Get
Actually,
baby
I said that as
carrots.
a joke, but that
It'll
might be it.
it'll be
Yeah, that might
loaded
be.
though. They'll have like the candied apples, and they'll have a bunch of that stuff.
No, not the one here, bro. These people are super healthy.
You'll see.
What do they
Huh?
sell? Like, what would they sell for kids?
Fruits and vegetables. I don't know, and
Like
maybe
little
ices or like
mm,
healthy like ice cream,
mm,
Oh,
tacos.
healthy ice cream.
tacos.
Yo, we got an ice
Tacos.
cream.
Yeah, we have tacos at our farmer's market.
That's nice.
We bought an ice cream maker.
Oh yeah?
Legit, bro.
Legit. Nice.
Legit. It's real good.
My
And
daughter
because
loves
you can
ice
put
cream.
obviously you can put whatever ingredients you have. It walks
Mhm.
you through how to make it. And so I'm actually I haven't done it yet, but I'm gonna work on like a protein packed ice cream with like
Nice.
the good nutrients and see if I can make it taste good enough for the kids to like.
How long like does it take to make ice cream?
30 minutes.
And you have to use
Not
milk?
bad.
No.
We've only done it with milk. I haven't looked into it, but yeah, I mean like almond milk, some kind of milk.
Mhm.
Um, you have to freeze. Like it has a piece where you put it in the freezer for extended period of time. So we just do that overnight, and then when we're ready, throw the ingredients
It
in.
freezes everything because of that part. Like
Right.
it makes the cream right there on the
Nice.
spot.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty
Nice.
dope.
All right.
Yo,
Have
so
a
I got
have a
one
blow.
I got one
Go
question for
ahead.
you before we get out of here, Jay.
No,
What's
he
up?
said he has a blowout question. He's about to tell us a blowout story.
Oh,
I got a blow.
go. I thought I heard
So it
something
didn't
else.
happen to me. It happened to my wife. and I wasn't it because I wasn't here. Right? I was like out running errands, and then she calls me. She was like, "You are not gonna believe what happened." So she goes and takes my daughter to go change her diaper. Right. So she lifts her up, but the timing was off. Right. My oldest. So if let's say my daughter is like this horizontally, her butt like facing that way, my daughter's right here, and my dog is behind her. Right, bruh. The newborn, it was like a fountain that, like a little rocket that just shot up. According to my wife, it went far, bro, and it got on my daughter, my dog, on the carpet.
Oh.
Wow, the fountain of shit on everybody.
And what did your daughter do, dude?
Poor
Bro,
girl?
she was like, ah, like she was tripping. So then my wife immediately
She got
cleaned
shat
up,
on.
bro.
Her sister. Literally, she could. She could. I shit on you.
So now, so she, cleaned up our newborn, right? Put her in the crib. Took my daughter to go get a shower. Took the dog gave the dog a bath, right? And then by the time she was done with that, I got home and I just seen like it all on the floor, whatever was left on
In
the
the crime
floor.
scene.
Bruh.
No,
So
you don't have. It wasn't any carpet, was it?
Yeah,
was.
he said carpet.
Oof.
And it got on my dog's bed too, because my dog's bed just happened to be.
Damn, your dog's like, I'm the one that's supposed to be doing this around here.
Bruh, it's funny because now both of them, they'll stay off to the side when they're
The dog
changing
too?
diapers. The dog too.
Yo, trauma, man.
I shit on you.
It's funny because now like my oldest she'll go up to my newborn. She'll give her a kiss, she'll hug her, oh my little poo poo baby.
Yeah, that's a great story for when they grow up.
Oh man.
And
Yeah,
look, we got it documented right here, so you can't forget the details now.
No. I'll show her the video.
The Jay, we got a peel, man. But yo, it was great catching
Likewise.
up. I'm glad things are seemingly moving pretty smoothly on the home front over there, so that's dope.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, and I'll let you know when the fatherhood routine
Calendar
chart routine chart comes out.
Routine chart.
We don't know our own product's name, bro.
Yeah. So you can autograph it for us. Right?
I got you.
As a co-creator and all.
I'm getting my points.
We'll negotiate the residuals on it.
Yeah, we'll get
great.
you your points. Don't worry.
All right, fellas.
Man.
Thanks for having me on, man. I appreciate it. It was great.
Peace.
Peace. Man.